House, and then this happened.
All right, Shalom.
Yeah, I anticipated that there would be violence outside the Capitol. I did not anticipate.
First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, it's the brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim HaKodash. Lord willing, this edifying. All right, and I'm back. All right, just back on it real quick. Let me see here. Go to see if I can share this. Copy this link. All right. Just share the stream real quick. All right. So there we go. All right. So you can see it. Okay. Make sure these two things are how I want them to be. All right. It says U.S. Marshals join other law enforcement to support U.S. Capitol Police in D.C. All right. And they're trying to clear they cleared the protesters off the steps, but they're still there. All right. And it's just gonna, this is gonna happen more and more. Okay, more and more insurrection is gonna come. All right, so let me go.
So I ask you, I know you're a Republican and a supporter, but I mean, was that enough for you?
I think the Attorney General Barr made a very strong statement. I think there were other strong statements that have been made, and certainly you can look at the president's statement. And I think in totality, he was calling for peace, and he was calling for people to disband. I am frustrated right now where I'm sitting that I can't do more. I pray for these police officers who have put their lives on the line, and I just hope that these protesters and those who are in the building, I would consider them criminals. I hope they go home. I hope they understand that there will be consequences for what they've done.
I mean, do you feel angry? It's a violation. It's here you are, the member of Congress, and Congress convening to perform this duty that's in the Constitution, age old as our democracy itself. And here come a bunch of folks coming in and putting a stop to it.
Absolutely, I'm angry. This isn't the way that this country operates, and it is a disgrace, and it's a disgrace for anyone to tolerate.
They got the mustard gas out.
To come in and try to shut
Let me see. I'm trying to control this volume with my.
Oh, sorry. I was just about to wrap you up because I want to get to those live pictures, but I need to interrupt. Final thought.
Final thought is God bless America. I don't have much else to say.
God bless America.
Yeah, God gonna destroy America. How about you? About to destroy this place.
I do want to go to these pictures.
Let's see what's going on.
Front of the Capitol, and you see the smoke is building, and this being a live situation unfolding. I don't have a ton of information about what exactly has transpired, but you see the flash there. Sometimes a flashbang is used by law enforcement to try to disperse a crowd. It's obviously one of the tactics in their tool belt.
And folks just walking around.
We saw the FBI SWAT team come in earlier. No question that they are trying to bring this now to an end and say it's enough. Time to try to clear the Capitol and get back to business. Pete Williams, our justice correspondent, covers law enforcement. Pete, you have a more trained eye for what we're seeing here, and you certainly have sources inside the
So you see it, and basically what's going to happen to this place, man, is that it's going to be destroyed, all right? It's going to be destroyed, and a part of that destruction is going to come through, okay, these people being divided against one another, all right? Let's get this charger, okay. All right, let's get that. Okay, I'll pull that up. First, I'm going to read this. All right, Isaiah 19:2 says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and eventually that's what it's going to lead to, okay? Because there are people, hey, Shalom Abijah, Yahweh Shabrakatah. All right, and so eventually what's going to happen is, like I said, there's going to be a civil war, okay, where these Edomites is going to fight against each other, okay? The ones that support Trump, the ones that don't support Trump, okay, they're going to fight against each other. Okay, it says right here that flashbangs was used outside the Capitol building. Okay, and this is just, this is a hell of a way to introduce what we're gonna see here. Okay, in 2021. All right, what we're gonna see here. Okay, because as the Apostle Tahar, okay, the elder Apostle Tahar, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, has coined this year. Okay, the year of hastening the coming of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, and we're hastening that coming. All right, which I think my let me see how my camera's looking, my other camera. All right, we're hastening the coming of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It looks all right. You see? And so a part of that hastening, a part of that coming of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and of our kingdom being established, okay, is this kingdom crumbling, okay? And one of the ways this place is going to be weakened, okay, is it's going to crumble, is because these people are going to be against each other. Let's get a few of these precepts. Hey, Shalom, Taziyah, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah, and Shalom Abijah, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah, as well as Brother Chayal, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah. Let's get these precepts bros got out. Okay, Brother Taziyah, 2 Ezra 9:1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that this is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. God. Yep. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, okay, and I'm going to get to Brother Hayal's too. Okay, then shall you know that it is the very time that the Most High spoke of. All right, I believe is how that finishes. Okay, that's how that ends there in 2 Ezra 9. All right, come on. Now I wonder, is this current footage? I don't see the police standing around, so this must have been let me see, is this from earlier or what? Let me cut this up. It's a lot. It's not letting me control the volume right away. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is the current. These must be two different sides of
that's why it's taking so long
the building
to get these people out. Now, we're gonna have to wait and see how this all comes together. How that actually plays out.
This being Washington, Pete, we're sure there will be investigations, commissions, and tons of finger pointing and blame shifting, so we can look.
I thought something was popping off. Let me go back to the scriptures. All right, the continuing on, 2 Ezra 9:4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. You see? That's right, man. Okay, the Most High spoke of these things even from the beginning, man. He let us know, okay, that he was going to destroy this place, man. Okay, that there was going to be all these different things happening. Let's read some of the Brother Hayal scriptures. All right, 2 Ezra 13 and 31 says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. That's right. So not only, look, bro, dude got his feet up. Okay, this was the debacle that was going on inside the Capitol building. All right, and that's right. Not only are people going to fight against each other, but there's going to be the realms against each other. Okay, but the spiritual realm is going to get involved. Okay, the Lord's going to bring aberrations. Okay, it's going to be a worse time as never has been since there was a nation upon the earth. You see? Let's get that. Okay, this is what's coming to this place, man. And these are just the signs, okay, of these things hastening. Let's get this to the book of Daniel. Okay, 12. Daniel 12. And 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right? And that's coming, man. Jacob's trouble. They ain't the water Akim for these scriptures, man. I'm going to have to scroll down. Brother Khayal, I believe, is the next one. Jeremiah 51:8 says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. Okay? And that's what the desire of these people is, to heal this place, but it's not going to happen. Okay? Jeremiah 51, that's what it continues to say. I think it jumped on me. Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even unto the skies. Okay? And that's exactly how that's going to happen, man. Okay? Let me see here. Okay. Let's see here. Yep, that's it. Hold on, let me get it. Isaiah 13:14 says, It shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Okay? Matter of fact, it's something above that, Isaiah 13. Okay, it's a lot. Isaiah 13. We'll keep going. In 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, which the brother Khayal brought this out earlier in the last stream. Okay, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Okay? And that's what's coming to the streets of America, Babylon the Great, man. The Most High's purpose to destroy this place. Okay? Okay. Oh, yeah, Khan, I read that earlier, but we could read it again. The brother Tazayar, okay. 2nd Ezra 15:15 says, For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. The one people shall stand up and fight against the other, okay, and the swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. And they're not regarding kings nor princes. The police done came and did flashbangs, they done did the little smoke grenades or whatever, and they just moved down a couple of steps. That's all. They still out there. And I guarantee you, this would have been Jake. Niggas would have been dead, man. They'd have been talking about several shot on the lawn of the Capitol. Matthew 24:21 says, Then shall be great tribulation, such was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. That's right, the time of Jacob's trouble. And let's get this. It says, Jeremiah 30:7, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right. And that's what we waiting to come, man. Okay, that's what we waiting to come. Okay, for this shit to really ramp up. Okay, because you see, because until that comes, okay, until we go through the trouble, we cannot enter into the kingdom, man. Okay, the trouble has to come. All right, and we see, okay, we're seeing the birthing pains, so to speak. We're seeing those things that must come to pass. Okay, with these different little, ordinances that's put out. Okay, these different draconian laws and stuff where you got to take this, you got to get this jab, you got to do these different things in order to make it in the society. Pretty soon they're going to start implementing it where you can't go to work unless you have taken this concoction of different things that you're not quite sure what it is, and then you're not even allowed to speak against it. If you say that, if you say anything about it, they silence you, they suppress you. Okay, that's how you know that this got to be the worst one yet. Okay, because anything you say about this new, what am I gonna call it? I feel like they done caught on to the terminology. This new thing. Let's just say this new thing. Okay, anything you say about it, okay, it automatically gets. It's like back during the time of Rockefeller. Okay, I believe that's who it was. Rockefeller, yeah, Bill D. Rockefeller, or whatever the damn nigga name was. One who got rich off the oil. Okay, There was a point in time where he was so rich off of oil that he decided he was going to change the face of medicine. And whereas things used to be done naturally, okay, he changed that into, okay, he said that natural medicine was quackery, okay? And now it's to the point where if you say anything against the established way of operating, you're a quack, you're a kook, you're crazy, so on and so forth, okay? That's the time we live in now, to where anything contrary to the propaganda that's put out there by E is false, is fake, it's it's all these different things. But in actuality, he's the one, okay? He's the one with the bullshit. Let's see here. All right, let me see. I've been touching these buttons. Okay. See if I can get a preset. Proverbs 6:16. These 6 things doth Yahweh hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. 17. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. E fits all of these. E fits all of these. A proud look. Come on now. The scriptures say what? Look. Daniel 7:20 says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. All right, Daniel 7:20. Read 21. And I beheld the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given unto the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Okay? And this is that little horn. You see? This is that little horn, all right? Now, originally, the beast with the 10 horns represents NATO and the EU, all right? Well, not originally. Originally, it represents Salakia, the ancient Roman Empire, okay, and the different factions in there that made up that conglomerate, all right? But now it represents NATO and the EU, okay? And that little horn, which came up, and the other 3 that fell before it, which I believe was France, Spain, and I forget the other one. I got to brush up on that, okay? But that little horn represents America, man. Okay, this is the same beast that's referred to as the lamb, 2 horns as a lamb, which spake as a dragon, okay? So his look is more stout than his neighbors. He has a proud look, okay? That's this place. The scriptures talk about thy pride have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, right? Speaking in when you go to Obadiah, okay? All right, Obadiah 1. And let's just start at verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, okay? Thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And people despise these Edomites, man. And I'm going to read some of these comments here too. Verse 3, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Okay? Let's talk about these Edomites. Let's continue. See, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Okay? Of course they have a proud look. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. Okay? And he got his nest among the stars with all these different, yep. Brother Hayal brought it up. Yep, the water. Let's see here. Boom. Brother Hayal, I'm going to put it up. Obadiah 1 and 3, you see it. Okay. At the water. Okay, Brother Tazayar. Malachi 1:4 says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. Psalm 64, which I like to start up a little bit more on that Psalm 64, so I'm gonna pull that out to water I can for the comments. Psalm 64. Okay. Oh, it's a lot. Psalm 64:1. To the chief musician, the Psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power. Hear in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Okay. Who whet their tongue like a sword, which that word whet, W-H-E-T, means to sharpen, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay. So they're bitter words. They're different arrows. Okay. Are there bitter words? All right. They steady talking shit against the men of the Lord and against the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay. Yep. Continue on. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Well, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to see them. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Okay. So he takes a long, deep thought about how can I get these niggas. See, the thing that people don't understand about their enemy Esau is he's very wise. Okay, the scriptures say thou art wiser than Daniel, referring to E. If somebody could put that on the board, Bible Kashah. Okay, thou art wiser than Daniel. Okay, so E is very calculated. Okay, he sit up there and he's like, well, if I do this and I do that and I make it look, see, he has in mind also too about not trying to wake up the rest of the children of Israel. So he's not going to make it obvious. He's not going to make it obvious. It's just like the serpent in the garden, which wasn't a snake, but was a man of the other nations. Okay. That same slick spirit, that same cunning, deceptive spirit is on these Edomites. And they're like, okay, we don't want to wake nobody up, but we still got to find a way to target these people. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way around in a big old circle, and then we're gonna come up behind them. You know, they're like, it's like almost like beating around the bush. Oh, so like I still got that precept up. Let me put it down. It's like beating around a big ass bush to get to the point of what you're trying to do. Nobody really sees it coming. You know. Let's see what the bro got up here. Yeah, kind of the water. Ezekiel 28:3 says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. All right. So he's done a diligent search, man. He knows exactly how the human mind reacts to certain things. He's done these different researches. He's like, I know exactly what to do. You see? Hey, Yabashim Yahshua Barakatah, Yabakar Abad, Shalom. All right. Psalm 64, okay, and 7, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. Okay, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay, let me see here. A, B, 2, Z. Obadiah 1. See, because eventually what's going to happen is these other nations are going to spoil the Edomites. Obadiah 1 and 15 says, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Okay, which really we're gonna possess those that possessed us. Hey, Shalom, Aki Habashim Yahshai Barakatah, brother Daniela. Hey, Shalom, Mark. Yeah, on the new channel, man, just trying to get it in. But hey, as you can see it, man, these different protesters done stormed the Capitol building, man. It looked like they got something going on. Let me check it out.
In Washington, D.C., and you can see some of the lights flashing up towards the Capitol. It was just about 15 minutes ago, Chuck, that the first tear gas was dispensed. You've seen flashbang grenades. Over the course of these last hours, what you saw were thousands of individuals as this insurrection took place here at the United States Capitol watching. You can see over to my left, our great photographer, Paul Rigby, is behind the camera here. And this is what you've seen here over the course of the last 15 minutes. It's a systematic push to push people away here from the scene. You saw Capitol Police work their way down and pick individuals up one at a time physically from their seats up on what is the inaugural platform. That platform is typically not there. It's just been constructed in the last weeks. That is where members of Congress, former presidents, members of the president's family sit during the swearing in of the president of the United States. This is where Joe Biden should be sworn in just 2 weeks from now. But what you have seen over the course of these last hours is thousands of people hold firm here at this very moment here. And now what you're seeing is tear gas and smoke being used to push people back. I got to tell you, Chuck, one gentleman just came up to me right before we went live to you. He said, if our voices are not heard today, you'll hear our muskets tomorrow. Again, there is no police presence outside of the Capitol Police that you see up literally on the steps of the Capitol.
Social
We've been here for hours. There was a medical emergency, and there's frankly nobody to turn to. There's questions of at what point does the National Guard come in? But literally the shot that you are seeing up on the United States Capitol is the extent of the police presence here at the heart of the United States. And it's been quite a sight to see. Again, we're just a half hour away.
So you have not seen...
You're from that curfew, you're seeing that first effort here from the police.
So you're not seeing any public police sort of where you're behind your cameraman right now. That is not there. They are not trying to disperse from there as well, or are you we see some. Are we seeing riot gear? I think he may have caught something there.
You're seeing the push here from the police that have been dispersing that gas and the smoke there. You actually see that police line, I should say, as we're watching this in real time with you here, Chuck, pushing people down. Those are the steps.
There it is.
That's the walkway, I should say, from the United States Capitol down here to where you see essentially hit the National Mall that leads you over to the Washington Monument. And again, this is literally the first police presence that you have seen pushing people here away. I guess you could say there was maybe more than 10,000 people here earlier today, and it was the likes of Congressman Mo Brooks, Chuck, who literally took the mic at that rally that the president appeared at earlier and said, today is the day that patriots will begin taking names and kicking ass. And what you have seen here is essentially thousands be able to take over these grounds. And not until the sun went down, finally, a pushback and an effort to disperse these individuals here on January 6th.
Oh, boy.
I'm noticing I'll be honest, it's still sometimes, and I was watching this all day as well. We were on Capitol Hill. We've gotten a bit safer now, but
I'm gonna read some of y'all precepts here, man.
It
Let me
feels,
turn this down.
and it doesn't feel these protesters
it's funny.
They have
It's
to
a
leave
lot.
anytime soon.
All right, let me turn this down. Yeah, I was getting kind of drawn into it, man. All right, let's read this. Ezekiel 38:10 says, thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates. That's this place, to take a spoil and to take a prey, and to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. Brother Daniela, 2 Ezra 9:3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of the things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Kanak. That's right. Amen. It's so funny to see, man, And it's funny too, because I was just listening to some of the words that the reporter was saying, and what he said was, somebody approached him and said, "Today, if our voices are not heard, tomorrow you will hear our muskets." Okay, our muskets, which a musket is is an old type of gun. All right. So let's get this precept. Matthew 12:25 says, "And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand." Okay, in America, all right, is a house divided against itself. And it's not going to stand. It's going to be destroyed. It's going to be taken down. All right. That's exactly what's going to happen to this place, man. You can see the division, man. Okay. Half of the country want this to happen. The other half want this to happen. And really, it's all about designing the elites, man. Okay. It's all about a design of the elites to have two sides of the same coin existing. Okay. 2 Corinthians 15:16 says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." I brought that out earlier, but the water, you know, this is exactly what's happening, man. They're not going to regard these kings nor princes because the thing is, the king that they want is Trump, okay? And America have already spoken, okay? The government have already spoken that Trump is not going to be the next king, okay? And so these people, these loyal subjects to Trump are pissed. There you go, yep. Taziyar, Matthew 12:26 says, "And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?" You see? You see? How shall then his kingdom stand? All right, and we know that Satan represents, there's a physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man. All right? And that physical counterpart is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right? You see? And so, as you see it, man, you know, like I brought out earlier, okay, because this is what's coming next. All right? Let me get it. Which the brother had pulled it out earlier, but now I'm going to bring it out. Isaiah 19:2 says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." All right? And that's the next step. That's the next step, all right? That's the next step, man. So, you know, you see it. I'm gonna probably keep letting this. It's tempting not to just let this run, but you know, that wouldn't be much of a video if I just let this play the whole time, and you brothers can watch it yourselves. So I'm gonna probably go ahead and wrap it up. But you know, I'm gonna keep watching this, man, and you know, bro, stay tuned, man. This is why the scriptures say. I'm gonna get this precept. And I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay, which this was just kind of off the. It's a lot. This was just kind of spur of the moment. So the water to you, Akian, for joining in, helping out with the precepts. Okay, Ephesians 5:15. Let me open up the full chapter. Ephesians 5:15 says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Most High is." Okay. And so that's basically what we doing, man. We're redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right. And we see what's going on, man. Okay. Evil is increasing in the earth. God, let's read that. Abijah or Abiyah, 1 Peter 4:7. Okay, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. God, you see? So, hey, man, shit ain't gonna do nothing but ramp up, you know? Hey, man, I downloaded a bunch of videos from the apostles, and I just been brushing up on little different breakdowns and, you know, learning different stuff, getting that oil, trimming that lamp, because, hey, the time's gonna come where the knowledge is not gonna be available. You know, I was watching some older videos, and they mentioned that this channel that they got on Daily Motion, man, that channel got over 3,500 videos or something like that. Now, a lot of their videos back then was split up into smaller parts, like 9 parts, 7 parts, different things like that. But hey, Lord willing, I'm gonna be able to download a lot of them, and I'll try to, do something with them, maybe repost them. But I'm definitely gonna be watching them. What's going on here? Definitely gonna be watching them videos.
Sure, but what you're saying here is those Metropolitan Police Department going back and systematically pushing people back here, Chuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep tuning into this, but hey, definitely just be circumspect, like the scripture said that the bro put up. Watch unto prayer. Okay. Oh yeah, second Ezra, bring that out. Second Ezra 9:5. For like all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Okay, let me see. Let me get this. Get this precept. Gotta read that. Okay. I can pull it up before the bro post it. Let's see. Second Ezra 9. All right, second Ezra 9. Is that 9? It said 9 and 5. Maybe my junk tripping. Oh, it ain't go to verse 9. Why is you meowing at me, cat? Don't you see I'm doing something? Second Ezra 9 and 5 says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. Woo. And we see that we see these effects and signs coming up, man. We see these different things happening. Hey, man, it's getting spicy. What they doing? Let's continue. Verse 7, everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Okay? Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Okay, so this is, the Lord's puts them before us. Okay, two options. All right, you can do righteousness and possibly be saved, or you can do wickedness and be destroyed. And they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. And the Lord is showing us, okay, these type of things that we see right here, man. These are not good signs. These are not good signs for a person who's looking for a nation to succeed. Oh, Salaki, I done took my. Salaki, I had the mic muted on the other one. So anyway, these are not good signs for somebody who's expecting for a nation to continue and to prosper. But these are good signs for us because we want this place to be destroyed, man. All right, so that our nation of righteousness can be ushered in, man. Okay. So hey, Lord willing, hey, cause look, they already talking about it's a curfew. They said that it's a 6 o'clock curfew, and it's 5:44. So we about what? We're about 16 minutes out from the supposed curfew. It don't look like nobody's ready to go home to me. So what they gonna do? How they gonna stop it? How they gonna make people go home? Are they gonna use force? Look at those people. They're standing right there in front of the police. They're not worried about. They ain't trying to go home. They ain't going nowhere. You see?
And some of these members who say that who work.
I know you, Akim, probably want to do y'all own lessons on this situation and whatnot, so I ain't gonna hold you too long. But hey, Lord willing, it was edifying. Thank the water once again for tuning in and bringing out different precepts. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap it up. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to. All right, so let's go here. All right, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, and with that, I want to say Shalom, Wat the water for joining in. All right, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. to everybody on the comment board. I'm the sincere Aki. I'm joined in and brought the precepts. Ate the water once again. And Shalom.